Familiarity. I mean, this is why the divisional opponents in the title game are really, really fun. Mike McDonald, defense, defense. Sean McVay, offense, offense. I just think like McVay's in a really interesting spot too, because I know he's the shiny object between the two, but I mean, is McVay going to another Super Bowl again? And like, I just think everything's on the table with McVay. McVay, I've said it for years, best coach in the NFL. You guys know that. I say it every once a week. He's one win away from going to a third Super Bowl.
Is there even a debate that McVay's the best coach in football? Like, I don't know that there's a debate, right? Like, currently, not of all time. Like, Andy Reid is probably better all time and currently coaching, but, like, he's not coaching as well as McVay right now. And I think McVay will surpass him. I honestly think...
This is our best coach in the NFL. This is our best guy. Different regimes, different quarterbacks.
And I think one of the big thing is his coaching tree is extending so far now, and it's something you're hearing a lot more conversations about. Like, some of these coaches they may have found success in the NFL, but their coaching tree is so small. And, like, I think that's something that needs to be looked at when you start to see the value of these coaches. Like, what's their coaching tree look like? And the problem it's crazy. A couple years ago when they, like, went all in on that Super Bowl. They spent all their money. They win the Super Bowl. And like, they're not going to be back, right? Well, they've consistently found a way to be relevant every year. They may have had one off year, but like they're one game away from being in the Super Bowl again with Stafford. And I think most of that has to do with McVay. I hear all this nonsense. First of all, happy Thursday, y'all. This is supposed to be a Wednesday night break, but I'm going to get right into it because I don't get to do my podcast. So if you're here for cards, that's great. This is a great break that's cheap, and we're going to get to talk football, which is what I want to do. Kind of like, the coaching carousel conversation a little bit more of the Bills stuff. I'll try not to go on a complete tirade and a complete rant about the Bills. But I do think that that's part of this conversation as it pertains to the coaching carousel. Obviously, they're in the mix for it, and how ownership may play into that as well. But let me go off on that a little bit even further is how geography can even play into it, and like kind of like demographics and fan demographics in a way. I heard that one of the reasons that the OC job in Philly is having a difficult time bringing someone in, and why Mike McDaniel is going to take someone over, like the Chargers over Philly, who's obviously had more recent success than the Chargers. Not a lot of people are saying it's Jalen Hurts. They see who Jalen Hurts is. Like, we see who Jalen Hurts is. Offensive coordinators don't want to be a part of that, but they have families, right? This is one of the most unique takes I've seen as far as it pertains to coaching. These coaches are like anybody. They still have families, right? And they're without their families a lot. Their families are alone a lot. Coaching is an extremely exhausting, time-consuming job. And they said that, the families move with these coaches. Philly is not a great place. The fans are not good. I mean, some of these coaches have had their houses egged just this year. So, Kyle Shanahan is in the combo for what, Chris? Just because I don't know what it plays to. Hey, what's up, Scott? There's the heart attack man himself, DeMar Hamlin. So they said that, like, these families, when these coaches sit down and like, hey, would you guys be okay to move to Philly? A lot of these like wives might be like, no, that's not an area. I've seen what happens because these wives, a lot of them, that's their job, is a coach's wife. They're online. They're reading. As a matter of fact, to put it in a little bit perspective for the Bills, Brandon Beane had come out and said, you guys need to lay off. Like, my wife reads these comments like, you're taking it too far. He's getting very reactive and aggressive. And it's like, well, dude, I love these behind the numbered cards. But like, dude, you're in Buffalo where you are a very, very fan-friendly climate. Go to Philly, man. Your house would have been... like, you wouldn't even have any privacy. Your wife has it good in Buffalo. So, anyhow, I thought that was a very interesting take, that might be the reason that, someone would take the LA job, which we already know. That's a sweet Will Levis card there. We already know that fan base and geography and all that plays into it. Why wouldn't you want to be somewhere sunny? You want talent. You want a roster. Is Jalen Hurts a guy that people don't want? I think the Mike McDaniel, nice Bryce Young rookie here. I think the Mike McDaniel hiring for Chargers is absolutely awesome. Sorry. I didn't know. It was like so after that. I was going. I thought you meant maybe in the conversation of going to another place. Yeah. Kyle Shanahan, certainly. Absolutely. You know, he has done a lot with very little over the last couple of years. So I would agree with that. Opened a box of Donruss. Yeah, let me see it, Jason. On the note of product, okay? Skipping just for a second over to that. There we go. Zoned in Aaron Rodgers going out to the Jets. That's going to be going out to Richard. I just ordered some Leaf Optichrome because was it James that... Let me see who messaged me earlier. And I know how I'm all over the place. We'll level this conversation out eventually. Yeah, James Michael Gray had said, "Hey, do you have any products with Mendoza in it?" And I was like, I don't know if he's in any. I saw Optichrome does have him in it. So we ordered some. I should have it tomorrow. So we're going to do some serial numbers for Mendoza. But in the product I got, there's also Patrick Mahomes autograph, Randy Moss autographs, Peyton Manning autographs. I don't know why we never broke it. I don't think we broke any of the 25 Optichrome. I think because the price was a little higher than I liked initially. And I think it came out at a time where I was taking a little bit of a break, so I just skipped it. But we're going to have some of that. It should be here tomorrow, Saturday at the latest. So, then you send it to me. I'll pull it up right after these 3 packs. I'll pull it up on my computer so we can share it. But the coaching cares are just getting nuts right now. Like, there are still a lot of openings, and there's so many teams that don't seem to have a direction they want to go. Just lots of interviewing. No, there's no need for a hurry, but in a way there is, because it's draft prep time. Justin Herbert red. There's a Justin Fields, DJ Moore, just a sharp looking card. So, you know, the less time these coaches have to come in, they have to bring in their own guys. They have to meet with the team. They have to meet with their guys who are going to make decisions. There's a T-Law, baby. And how about a red Zenith Justin Herbert? That's a sharp-looking card. Yeah, Pax is getting there. Like... It was surprising because he always gives me crap about the Bills, and he even mentioned my wife said you weren't home because I watched the game at my brother's. She says Pax was really upset about the Bills game. I was like, really? He didn't act. He goes, he was. Don't let him fool you. So it's kind of cool, but I'm excited to watch Seahawks with him. Christian Barmore. There's a Kenny Pickett seal of approval and a Will Levis Z Team rookie. That's megas aren't bad at all, man. You get a hit, autograph for a mem, lots of good stuff. Wish the class was better, but there's some good guys in that for sure. All right, let me pull this up here on Messenger. The name I keep hearing, going back to the coaching thing, I keep hearing on the coaching carousel list of names is that Davis Webb. And my dad mentioned it first. I mean, a lot of you guys might know it. But I was like, the rookie quarterback from 2017 with the Giants? Like, I think that's when he came from, Davis Webb. Oh, nice. Out of the megas? We got a mega here. All right, I'm going to show you what he pulled here. It should come up on my monitor. There it is. I don't know if you can see it. It's a Cam Ward downtown out of the mega. Damn! There you go, man. There you go. Let's open our mega box. Let's try to bring some vibes over from him. There we go. We're going to bring in your vibes, man. We're going to piggyback off your downtown. Let me bring it back, my camera back over. Nice hit, dude. I think he's a good buy right now. His stuff seems to be down. And then not knowing what's going to happen in the Saints. Tyler Shuck stuff seems to be super cheap. Someone asked me to find one. I can't find a lot of his stuff. Maybe he's more of a hold for a lot of people right now. But if he's going to get that job, he might be the guy there. Who knows? But yeah, Cam Ward stuff's not super expensive, and he's going to be the guy. Nuh-uh, that's funny. It's 6 show picked it. Well, do you guys have the same rule I have with my kids that if they pick a box like that, they get some of the funds when I sell it? There's Mahomes, Troy Franklin, press proof, Amari and Hampton, Abdul Carter, white hot rookies, Dak Prescott, Tyleek Williams with a pink, and a Mikael Williams rookie revolution. Detroit Lions here going out to Matthew Gibson, sharp card. Chris, my dad stopped over today. He brought something over for me today. I said, Dad, we got to open up a pack of this Phoenix Holiday. It's burning a hole in my shelf. I haven't had a chance to post it. I'll probably throw some in the next mixer. Then I'm going to make a post about it. Now, I bought full transparency, I bought they're limited to 2 at Target around here. So I bought 2 at one Target. I went to another Target, bought 2. They had some at Walmart. I bought 2. So I've been piecing them all. None of them came from the same shipment. It's been over the last couple weeks. I've just been stockpiling them. But we opened one today together. Look what came out of this. These are the holiday blasters. 32 out of 35. Trey Harris with the snowflake. I'm going to put those in a mix. I think that's, a numbered auto, even though it's a sticker. So that's obviously was from my dad and I opened today, but I was like, I'm liking those. We may be hitting more of those up. Open a couple packs at a time here. More going back. I don't know any of the college prospects yet, but I think it's crazy with some of these guys that have eligibility left, how they're going to, just stay in college. If they're getting NIL money and they don't like who has the pick, you know what I mean? They're just I'm good. I will just stay in college and make NIL money. That's definitely going to change the game. Next week we'll see signings, Jamie. You mean for the coaches? Yeah, I think you definitely don't want to wait too long. You know, you got to do your due diligence and stuff. Jalen Royals. James Pierce. There's a nice Josh Allen.